good?
Right?
Yeah, we're in. We're good.
That's already recording.
And then mute the light. It's got to be in blue. It's muted. Unless you're...
Yeah, he's talking. We got 3.
All right, a little bit of a late start here, ladies and gentlemen. We are here ready to go. Beginning of the first quarter between the St. Ignatius Falcons semifinal game and the Superior Griffins. I'm your host, Kalen Pelaya. Thank you for joining us today. Just a reminder that all updates to all the games will be found on our Twitter feed at Iggy_basketball. Follow us if you want to stay up to date on any of the game scores. All right, we have starting lineup for the St. Ignatius Falcons today is number 35, Austin Burchat, number 3, Trevor Luby, number 1, Thomas Walser, number 0, Eddie Omari, and number 33, Jared Kreiner. And starting lineup for the Griffins, number 31, Cale Steele, number 22, Andrew Mulner, number 21, Troy Kundrat, number 33, Sean O'Connor, and number 58, unknown. Number 50, still unknown. We do not have that player's name, and I would like to apologize for that. Eddie Omari working the ball around the top, inside to Thomas Walser, out to Trevor Luby on the right side of the three-point line. No bucket. Thomas Walser takes an early O-board, out to Eddie Omari. Superior managing to secure the defensive board. Andrew Mulner pushing fast up the left side. Awesome pace in the beginning for St. Ignatius and Superior. Mulner working it around, turnover Superior. Ignatius getting an offensive possession now. 7 minutes, 34 seconds left in the first quarter. Eddie Omari pushing hard up the middle. Lots of energy from both benches now. Thomas Walser in the left elbow. Trevor Luby finished on the right side. Points are good for Trevor Luby. First bucket of the game scored by St. Ignatius. Eddie Omari plays tight defense against Andrew Mulner. Cale Steele receiving a pass. Penetrates baseline. Up to Troy Kundrat. Shot. Bucket is good for Superior. Scores 3-2 Superior. Out to Eddie Omari for Trevor Luby. Over to Jared Kreiner. Penetrate baseline. Out to Eddie Omari. Into Thomas Walser, right elbow. Into Austin Burchat. Tips it out. Troy Kundrat posterizing Austin in the down low. Superior putting up a tight game so far against St. Ignatius. Thomas Walser beating up Troy Kundrat in the top. Mulner getting the ball. Shot from the three-point line for Andrew Mulner. No bucket. Austin Burchat picking up a defensive board. Austin Burchat appears to be injured in the backcourt of St. Ignatius after taking a tumble, snagging that defensive board. How will they pick him up? In all seriousness, I do hope Austin Burchat is all right. Just don't. Besides this unfortunate injury, minute and 40 seconds into the game, and a great intensity from both sides of the court. Superior up by 1, 3-2 to the Falcons so far. Appears to be an ankle injury for Austin Burchat. Jamie Koski in for Austin Burchat. Hopefully no loss of momentum after that unfortunate accident for both teams. Andrew Mulner making a hard push against Eddie Omari. Jamie Kreiner double teaming him. Koski, foul call against number 25, Jamie Koski, for pushing. First foul of the game against St. Ignatius. Superior getting an inbounds underneath Ignatius' hoop. Andrew Mulner. Thomas Walser D'ing up Troy Kundrat. Omari's D'ing up Andrew Mulner. Great denial by Jared Kreiner, picking up an interception. Over to Eddie Omari. Down the court, Trevor Luby gets it in the left corner. Turnover to the Falcons. Manages to steal it back. Up to Omari from Luby. Into Walsh on the inside. Koski manages to snag it in the down low. Out to Jared Kreiner. Over to Omari. Shot from the top of the key. Bucket does not fall. Out to Jared Kreiner from Koski. Penetrates middle. Off of his own foot. Cale Steele is wide open for a layup. Eddie Omari and Jared Kreiner on the pursuit. Points are good for Cale Steele. 5-2 for the Superior Griffins. 5 minutes, 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Jared Kreiner gets the ball from Omari. Gets it back from Omari. Working the ball inside. Jamie Koski in the top of the elbow. Over to Kreiner. Superior tips it out of bounds. Three minutes into the first quarter and a remarkably intense game so far. So those of us not watching, I'm kind of sad for you. This is a great game so far from both. Great display of intensity from both teams, especially Andrew Molnar on Superior and Trevor Luby and Thomas Walser for St. Ignatius. Props to both of those teams. Looking to be an excellent game, regardless of the turnout. Minor technical difficulties with PSV back in order. Omari gets the inbound from Kreiner. Molnar D'ing him up hard. Over to Luby on the right side. Impact to Walser. Into Jamie Koski. Here tips it around. Managing to snag the possession of the ball. Pushing up the right side now. Troy Kundrat. Thomas Walser D'ing up Kundrat. Omari on Molnar. Molnar penetrates, jump. Omari gets a hand on it, snags the defensive board, pushing hard up the middle of the court. Penetrates the middle, out to Jared Kreiner. Superior tips it out of bounds. Ignatius remains in possession with 29 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Kreiner comes out of the key to the three-point line, up to Omari. Back to Kreiner, into Walser. Over to Trevor Luby. Shot! Bucket falls! Trevor Luby for three! Game is tied at 5. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Great defense for Ignatius so far. Molnar gets a little Jimmy. No bucket. Ignatius fighting for the defensive board. Molnar putting up a great display. Foul on a shot. Molnar is headed to the foul line for 2 shots. This foul shot is brought to you in part by Blaze Basketball Association, helping impart basketball wisdom to the Thunder Bay community for over 10 years. Molnar's first free throw falls with a splash. 6-5 for the Superior Griffins now. All is quiet in the gym. Molnar's second shot does not fall. Koski securing the defensive board for Ignatius. Omari pushing hard up the left side. Over to Trevor Luby. Back up to Omari. Over to Kreiner. Back up to Omari. Back to Kreiner. Interception by Sean O'Connor on Superior. Over to Cale Steele in the block. Manages to finish over Jared Kreiner's arms. 8-5 for the Superior Griffins. Over to Trevor Luby from Omari. Back to Omari. Back to Kreiner. Back out to Omari, into Koski, out to Kreiner, penetrate baseline, back up to Omari, into Walser. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Penetration by Omari, over to Walser, down low. 8-7, Superior Griffins in the lead by 1 point after a nice play by St. Ignatius with minimal time on the shot clock. Molnar pushed up the right side of the court, Walser D'ing him up. The wide open shot for Troy Kundrat. Off the rim, Koski boxes out number 50, securing the possession for St. Ignatius. Omari's pushing the ball hard up the middle. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Jared Kreiner after a ball screen from Jamie Koski. Looking to feed the ball into Thomas Walser. Back out to Koski. Over to Omari. Back over to Luby. Into Walser. Across the court to Jared Kreiner. Shot. Bucket does not fall. Thomas Walser gets the board. No bucket for Thomas Walser there. Muller pushing hard up the middle of the court. Eddie Omari D him up hard in the top of the key. Koski in the middle. In the inside to Superior. No bucket for Superior. Offensive rebound secured for Superior. Kale Steele gets the ball at the top. Shot from the three-point line. Foul shot. Kale Steele is headed to the line for 3 foul shots. Second foul against Superior Ignatius this game. Remarkably low score for a game this intense. Kale Steele sinks the first free throw. 9-7 in favor of the Superior Griffins. Second shot does not fall. He has one more left to shoot. Wojciechowski in for Jamie Koski. Third shot falls with a charm. 10-7 for the Superior Griffins. 2 minutes and 12 seconds left to play in the quarter. Over to Omari from Alubi. Ignatius making a lot of funny mistakes now. Feeling the pressure from the Superior Griffins. Omari teeing up Evan Wutius. My bad. Thomas Walser help defense. Superior's working around, passes inside to Troy Kundrat against Trevor Luby. Blocked by Trevor Luby!
Come on.
Trevor Luby secures the deep offensive possession. Foul call against the Superior Griffins. Troy Kundrat insisting that it's Superior's ball. Foul call against Troy Kundrat. Holding. Ignatius is working his way up the court now. Minute 30 left in the quarter. Over to Jared Kreiner from Omari. Back to Omari. Shot from the three-point line for Omari. No bucket. Wojciechowski secures the offensive rebound. Omari swinging it around the key over to Kreiner. Penetrate baseline. Kreiner takes a tumble after a foul from Superior. Minute 20 left to play in the quarter. Ignatius down 3 to Superior's 10. Jared Kreiner shooting 2 free throws for Ignatius. First shot does not meet its mark for Ignatius. Neither does the second shot fall. Wojciechowski secures the offensive board. Ignatius gets another chance at an offensive possession with a minute 16 left in the quarter. Omari inbounding. Jared Kreiner for 3 from the left side of the three-point line. No bucket. Walser with the offensive board. Turnover to Ignatius over to Superior after an interception by Kale Steele. Thomas Walser helped defense foul against Ignatius, holding by Eddie Omari. Ignatius' third team foul this quarter. Again, I'd just like to point out how intense this game is, ladies and gentlemen. This is truly a remarkable game so far. Mitchell Davison in for Eddie Omari now with a minute left to play in the first quarter. Troy Kundrat after the inbound, 12 points for Superior, beating Ignatius by 5 now with 50 seconds left to play. Davison, Kreiner to Davison, screened by Wojciechowski. Davison pulls from the three-point line. Bucket is good for Mitchell Davison! Tied at 10. Swing around the baseline to Superior. Bucket is good for Superior. Superior should have 14 points on the scoreboard now. 25 seconds left to play. Jared Kreiner bring up the ball for Superior. Ignatius, my bad. because it was incorrect on the score, but the coach can make a thing like that. And she also ruined the momentum. Now they have to inbound it. Up to Kreiner from Walser after an inbound by Davidson. 9 seconds left in the play. Davidson pulls up from outside the 3-point line. No bucket. Trevor Luby gets the offensive board. Oh! No bucket for Ignatius after an offensive board by Mitchell Davidson. Great intensity this quarter so far, ladies and gentlemen. Superior up 4 points. It's Ignatius' 10. With another quarter left to play in this half. Truly a remarkable display from both teams so far. This quarter change is brought to you in part by Agostino's Deli and Bakery. For all your Persians, donuts, and other bakery-related needs, head to Agostino's Deli and Bakery in Thunder Bay now. Quarter is set to start. Ignatius Falcons still planning their next attack against the Griffins. Looks like no line changes have been made for the Falcons so far. The Griffins lineup we got Andrew Molnar, Troy Creed, Cale Steele, Justin Kundrat, over and back call ignored by the referee. Molnar working around the right side in number 50 on Superior's name. I still do not know. Walser put it up in a remarkable defense. Thomas Walser trying to get that steal. Up to Walser from Davidson. Davidson receives the pass from Walser. Back up to Jared Kreiner. Over to Luby on the left side. Into Walser at the left elbow. Over to Davidson from across the court. Back inside to Walser. Over to Luby. Up to Kreiner. Mitchell Davidson drives baseline into Kenye. Travel call against Wojciech Kenye after picking himself up off the ground. Remarkable display after only 40 seconds of play. I feel exhausted already. Andrew Molnar working up the right side of the court against Wojciech Kenye. Walser on the help defense at the elbow. That's to Cale Steele. Over to Troy Kundrat. Working up to the top of the key. Wojciech Kenye switches with Luby. Molnar with a jumper. Bucket is good. 16 points for Superior to Ignatius 10. For Kreiner to Davidson. Walter with the ball screen. Davidson looking for a pass options. Over to Luby. Troy Kundrat with a tip. Jared Kreiner and Mitch Davidson on defense. Managed to get hands on the ball. Trevor Luby secures the defensive board, pushing hard up the left side. Over to Mitchell Davidson. Into Kenye. Kenye goes up strong. Hook shot, no bucket. Defensive board secured by Superior, pushing up the left side. Andrew Molnar. Turnover by Superior after a botched pass in Ignatius' defensive zone. Ignatius being put to the test by the Superior Griffins so far. Falcons pushing hard up the middle. Kreiner over to Davidson. Into Walser. Oh, down to Kenye. Finish strong by Kenye. 12 points for Ignatius now. Molnar pulls it up for a jumper. Ignatius secures the defensive board. Off of the Griffins. Ignatius gets possession. 4-point difference between the two teams now. Jared Kreiner pulls for three from the corner, no bucket. Not a wise shot by Jared Kreiner. Over to Troy Kundrat from his cousin. Mitch Davison secures the D-board. Over to Kenyi. Up to Jared Kreiner. 3-on-2 for Ignatius. Over to Trevor Luby. Up to Mitchell Davison. Pass to Walser is botched by Mitchell Davison. 5 minutes, 24 seconds left to play in the second quarter, and Ignatius is down 4 points, 16-12, in favor of the Superior Griffins. Inbound to Sean O'Connor is returned to the inbounder. Justin Kundrat bringing up the ball for Superior. Troy Kundrat setting up a pick. Ignatius needs to exert some ball pressure here. 17 seconds left on the shot clock. Jared Kreiner intercepts! Strong finish by Jared Kreiner. Walser retreats to the offensive board. Go back up, Walser. Trevor Luby makes a jumper. Three-pointer! Trevor Luby! His second of the game. 1 point difference. Huge boost of morale to the St. Ignatius bench. 16-15 in favor of the Superior Griffins now. What does the rest of the game have in store, ladies and gentlemen? I fear for my voice, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I want to be good for the finals.
Larissa, how many viewers do we have?
We had 12 at one point.
We have 9. We had 10 like 2 seconds ago.
We had 12 a couple minutes ago. It would help if I had a drink. That would be awesome. We are back after the timeout. Ignatius is bringing out Wojciech Kenyi, Thomas Walser, Trevor Luby, Jared Kreiner, and Mitchell Davidson. Superior lineup remains unchanged. Kicks it back out from the inside to Cale Steele, number 31 on Superior. Over to Sean O'Connor. Great defense from Ignatius so far. Mona passes it inside. Out of bounds on Superior. Ignatius is headed on an offensive run. 4:25 left in the second quarter. Over to Trevor Luby from Jared Kreiner. Almost botches the pass. Ball picked by Mitchell Davidson. Kreiner receives it. Mitch Davidson makes a quick drive. Molnar is giving Davidson a run for his money. Over to Kreiner. Jump shot for the three-point line. No bucket for Kreiner. Thomas Walser fighting for that offensive board. Not found. Troy Kundrat pushing hard up the court. 3-on-2 for Superior. Molnar shoots. Three-pointer for Superior. Kreiner making up back from Kreiner. Kenyi receives. Foul call against Superior. Superior having an insanely intense defensive run in this quarter. Ignatius inbounding in Superior's defensive end. Into Walser. Up. Foul on the shot. Walser is headed to the foul line for 2 free throws this quarter. Great opportunity for Ignatius to put some points on the board. 3 minutes, 36 seconds left to play in the half. First free throw for Thomas Walser meets nothing but net. Ignatius now has 16 points to Ignatius Superior's 19. Bucket is good for Thomas Walser, 17 points for Ignatius. Molnar pushed up the right side. Wojciech Kenyi giving Molnar a run for his money on defense. Trevor Luby tees up Troy Kundrat at the top. Step back jumper from the elbow. Jumper is good for Troy Kundrat. Remarkable field goal percentage for Superior this quarter. In from Walser. Trevor Luby drives baseline. Superior manages to wrestle the ball from Luby. Molnar drives baseline. Molnar pulls up for the three-point line. Bucket is good for the Griffins. 7-point deficit for Ignatius. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left to play in this quarter. Sorry. Trevor Luby sees a pass to Kreiner. Mitch Davidson pulls up from the short corner. Thomas Walser gets the offensive board. Feeds it to Kreiner on the opposite side of the key. Over to Luby. Over to Davidson. Into Walser. Up to Trevor Luby. Shot from Luby. No bucket. Superior picks up a defensive board. Pass down low from Mahler is not met by Superior's center. Ignatius gets an offensive possession. 2 minutes left to play in the quarter. This is exhausting. Minor difficulties on the Superior end of the court, but it seems resolved. Ignatius inbounds. Trying to bring up the ball with Davidson at his side. Over from Kreiner to Davidson. Up to Koski. Koski pivoting around the top of the key. Dishes it to Jared Kreiner. Penetrate middle by Jared Kreiner. Out to Davidson. Shot by Davidson. Bucket does not fall. Trevor Luby secures the board for Jared Kreiner. Penetrates to the middle. Foul call against Andrew Mulner. Making a swipe at Jared Kreiner as he passes by. Timeout, St. Ignatius. 30-second only. And the timeout is concluded. 7 points behind. St. Ignatius is putting up a good fight against the Griffins, who have hit shot after shot in the defensive zone of the Falcons. Great point scoring from Andrew Mulner and Troy Kundrat, respectively. Cale Steele putting up at least 4 points himself. Great show from the Griffins so far this game. That's 10 or 12. Kreiner passes to Davidson, but gets it right back. Davidson receives yet again from Kreiner. Into Koski. Over to Kreiner. Into Kenye. Over to Kreiner. Davidson. Penetrates middle. Up to Koski. Over to Kreiner. Shot. Bucket is not good for the Falcons. Mulner pushing hard. Left-hand finish for Mulner. 26 points for the Griffins. Trevor Luby receives from Kreiner. Jumper by Trevor Luby does not meet his mark. Andrew Mulner retrieving the defensive board. 50 seconds left in the quarter, in the half. Mulner with a good finish, but Ignatius manages to nest the ball from his control. Ignatius with a turnover to the Griffins. Yeah, this has just gone here. Trevor Luby picks off a pass meant for the Griffins. Kreiner pushing it up with Kenye and Davidson. Finished by Kreiner. Layup is good! 19 points for the Falcons. Strong defense by the Falcons. Superior looking to run the clock and get one shot only at the end of the quarter. Koski picks off the pass. Kreiner pushes up hard with Kenny. Kenny picks up the board, puts it back up. 21 points in the Falcons. 5 seconds left in the half. Strong pass over to Kill. Steal 3-pointer. No bucket. Falcons actually to put up 4 points before the end of the quarter. 26-21 in favor of the Superior Griffins now. Oh, now I can actually tweet. That was intense, Jesus.
I'm like putting that into 250 characters.
End of the first half. Oh man, this is fucking nerve-wracking. Quick little halftime break, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back soon with more semifinal action with the St. Ignatius Falcons playing the Superior Griffins at the St. Ignatius Gym. I'm your host, Kevin Palaya. I will see you in a little while. The Revenant tops Star Wars The Force Awakens in Friday night box office. The Friday night.
Not this movie of all time.
No, please.
Opening weekend.
If you try to
Avatar is still at 1.2 billion. Throughout its whole year run.
I have problems for mine. Oh gosh. I had 2 questions. I don't know how to touch it. If it was distribute pressure. So I got off the chair and for people working there, it's rubbing it out there. In the morning, what they do is they have fitness in the morning, and the people with that.
The shameful answer. No.
Well, the word was rap, and I was talking to him and he looked at me. He's doing his push-ups, right? He looked at me. Normal name is rap. Doing his push-ups. And I'm like, you're an ass. And then did he do it on his own?
Mr. Carpino followed us.
And then at the end, I was like, hey, you don't have to do it. He did 5 reps. I did 2. You don't have to do the rest. We just like do 1 last round. Your random last round is like, there's all those guys. Better than I was. Yeah. No, I got it. I could do the miles. But Maybe like
And four quarters. We're going into the third period after this half.
my favorite is like especially when I have that rule was beforehand. My partner and I were like what's the beginning of the ever
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back and ready to rumble with 5 seconds left in the halftime. Ignatius Falcons just getting ready to put their players out on the court. Hopefully another riveting half of action for us here today. That's St. Ignatius High School. I'm your host, Caleb Blythe. Thank you for joining us. In what might be the most exciting semifinal game I have ever witnessed in this gym. Pounding back water bottles by the dozen here, ladies and gentlemen. Kreiner inbounds to Eddie Omari. Pushing up the right side. Up to Omari again. Kreiner into Kenyi. Up to Omari. Penetrates to the middle. Turnover by Ignatius to the hands of Cale Steele and Superior. Pushing up the middle of Cale Steele, number 31. Up to the left elbow. Kenyi guarding Molnar on the left side. Penetrate middle by Molnar. Kenyi with awesome defense. Turnover by Molnar. Jared Kreiner picks up a pass from Kenyi. Kreiner pulls up to the left side of the three-point line. No bucket. Long of the basket. Superior pushing up the right side now. Walter stopping Troy Kundraft, but layup does not stop. 7-point lead for Superior High School. Omari penetrates hard. Trevor Luby attempts. Kenyi receives an inbound. Trevor Luby receives it from Kenyi yet again. Hot potato with the ball now. Superior knocks the ball out of bounds. Omari inbounding. Into Thomas Walser. Handoff by Walser. Back to Omari. Ball screen by Thomas Walser. Penetration. Over to Trevor Luby in the left corner. Shot does not fall for Trevor Luby. 2 for 5 this game so far from the three-point line. Into Andrew Molnar from Cale Steele. Right-hand finish by Molnar is not met by the basket. Boji Kenyi securing the defensive board. Omari pushing hard. Trevor Luby receives the pass from Omari. Over to Jared Kreiner. Shot from the left corner. No bucket. Thomas Walsh gets the board. Out to Eddie Omari. Shot. Bucket is good! 3-pointer for the Falcons. Much needed. Up from 21 to 24. A 4-point deficit for the Falcons. Superior's 28. Timeout called by the Falcons. Cale Steele inbounded for Superior on Ignatius. Molnar receives it. Full score press for the Falcons now. Walter gets a hand on it. Turnover by the Griffins to the hands of the Falcons. 6 minutes and 3 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Kreiner receives it from Omari. Over to Luby on the left side. Inside to Walser. Over to Omari. Pulled up from the three-point line. No bucket. Trevor Louie gets the award. Kreiner working it around the top. Penetrates to the right side of the three-point line. Up to Omari at the top of the key. Over to Louie on the right side. Back up to Omari. Into Walser at the elbow. Walser getting sworn. What? Travel call against Thomas Walser. After being sworn by two Superior defenders, forced to move. Full court press by Ignatius now. Kenny and Luby trying in vain to stop Mahler's advance. Thomas Walser blocking the shot. Foul call against Thomas Walser. Superior headed to the foul line for 2 free throws. Basket does not fall for Superior's first shot. Roger Kenya gets the defensive board, pass it to Omari, push up hard up the right side. Over and back call on Eddie Omari. Another turnover by Ignatius to the Griffins. Thomas Walser snags it! Left-handed finish for Thomas Walser. Another 2 points for St. Ignatius. 28-26 for the Griffins. Andrew Mahler making a strong, intense push. Stopping at the elbow by Roger Kenny. 3-second in the key! Superior Griffins with a turnover. Ignatius gets another offensive possession. 5 minutes and 5 seconds left in the third quarter. Griffins still up 2 points. Mahler is out for number 15, Justin. I know his last name, I just can't remember it. Omari to Luby. Back up to Omari. Into Walser. Back down to Kenny. Left-hand hook is good. Ignatius ties the game at 28, 4 minutes, 50 seconds left to play. Tied for the first time. Blocked by Trevor Luby. Huge block by the 6'2" forward for the St. Ignatius Falcons. Omari gets hands on the ball, tipping it out to the half-court line. Ignatius tips it out. Superior remains in possession of the ball. Impressive display of footwork by Matt Erdman. Timeout call by Superior Griffins. The intensity remains at a fever pitch, ladies and gentlemen. The Superior basketball program has gone a long way, ladies and gentlemen. Just years before, they would not have made it to the semifinals. But now here they are giving Ignatius Falcons, last year's Nuwasa champions, a run for their money in their very own tournament. The timeout is over now. Ignatius Falcons stretching it out for as long as they can. Superior inbounding. Ignatius is on defense in their own end. Davis and Deing up Kale Steele at the top of the key. Kenny jumps prematurely on Troy Conrad. Pull by Justin Conrad. 3-pointer for Superior. 31-28 for the Griffins now, breaking the tie. Jared Kreiner receives from Omari. Back up to Omari from Kreiner. Davison receives to Omari. Back up to Omari. Into Jared Kreiner in the middle of the key. Superior gets hands on the Falcons. Falcons remain in possession. 14 seconds left on the shot clock. 4 minutes left to play in the quarter. Omari inbounding for the Falcons. Falcons not understanding what to do for their inbounds play. Kreiner receives from Davison. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Davison pulled to the top of the key. No bucket. Omari receives the board. Into Kenny from Davison. Foul on the shot for Kenny. Another opportunity for Ignatius to put some more points on the board. Kenny's first shot does not fall. Neither of his free throws fall. Kenny forced back on the defensive. Falcons receive a defensive board, pushing hard up the court. Jared Kreiner. Griffins managed to pick it off of Kreiner. Omari with a holding call. Offensive foul on the Griffins. Ignatius getting a much-needed offensive foul call against Andrew Mulner. His second personal foul. I'm going to watch this game after. Omari bringing up the ball with Kreiner. Davison receives it for Omari. Davison makes it into Kreiner. Up to Walther. In! 1 point difference between the Falcons and Griffins now. Griffins up 1 point at 31 to the Falcons at 30. Troy Conrad's shot falls short of the rim, allowing Davison to make a push with Kreiner and Omari. Over to Luby on the other side of the court. Davison trying to penetrate against Cale Steele. Omari penetrates baseline. Superior tips it out of bounds. 23 seconds left on the shot clock for the Falcons. 2 minutes 44 seconds left in the third quarter. Jared Kreiner receives it. Layup finish from Kreiner. 32 points. Falcons in the lead by 1 yet again. Troy Conrad drives middle, met by Eddie Omari, remaining in control of his dribble. Strong finish by Troy Conrad in the down low. 33 points for the Griffins. No, we're good. Trevor Luby for 3. Shot is good! The game is tied yet again. It's supposed to be a 3. Mulder takes a 3-pointer. Air ball. Eddie Omari retrieves the rebound. Eddie Omari penetrates middle. Davison receives from Omari. Into Kreiner. Block! Foul on the shot. Troy Conrad's third personal foul of the game. Ignatius has 35 points on the board now, after a minor confusion regarding their score. Jared Kreiner headed to the foul line. 2 free throws. Minute 40 left in the quarter. Jared Kreiner, great free throw by Jared Kreiner, 36 points for the Falcons. Two full buckets for Jared Kreiner, 37 points for Ignatius. Sent to Cale Steele in the right corner. 3-pointer falls short of the rim. Eddie Omari picks it up. Tips to Davison. Back to Omari, pushing hard up the center. Up to Kreiner. In the Walser. Travel call against Jared Kreiner. Molnar receives the inbound. Foul call against Thomas Walser. Oh, Eddie Omari. Not Thomas Walser receiving that foul call there. Second team foul for the Falcons this half. Borja Kenny coming in for Eddie Omari. Sean O'Connor receiving the handoff from Cale Steele. Strong defense for Jared Kreiner. Superior has it in the right elbow. Strong finish by Superior center who remains nameless. 1 minute left to play in the third quarter. Kreiner passes to Luby. Into Walser at the right elbow. Kreiner receives from Davidson. In and a shot. No bucket. Davidson takes a tumble. Molnar making a push up the left side against Thomas Walser. Kreiner at the help side defense. Superior ties the game at 37. 25 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Oh, Griffiths tipped it. 4 seconds left and the Falcons managed to tip the ball out of bounds. Tied at 37, third quarter game. Borja Kenny blocks the inbound from Andrew Molnar. Superior inbounds. Buzzer beater does not fall for the Griffins. The game is tied at 37. The Falcons being put to the test by the Superior Griffins throughout the course of this semifinal game. Holy crap.
Did Timmins win?
Yeah, they probably did. I think Timmins is playing Churchill.
Is it?
Yeah.
Timmins or Churchill? And our game started at the same time. Probably.
Churchill's just as good as Ignatius, if maybe a little worse, maybe a little better, who knows.
Clearly everyone's just as good as Ignatius.
This is the Superior's best team in like 10 years.
Come on, get your defense in there. Your defense in there, guys.
I think if they lose this, they're out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
well,
they
they
third.
have a few different games. No, this is the last semifinal.
Yeah, they'll come in third, though.
I want to see them play Timmins. Better.
Oh, yeah, that'll be a good game. Holy crap.
Either way, Superior or Timmins, if it happens, that's going to be great. And we're here for
Timmins is like on a whole other level. Superior inbounds, first offense of the quarter. Let's see if the intensity can remain high in this last quarter of play in the semifinal game. Andrew Molnar shoots for three from the three-point line. Bucket falls, 40 points for Superior. Into Jared Kreiner in the high post. Foul call against number 50 on the Griffins. Here's number 50's first name is Peter. I am unaware of his last name. Inbound from Kreiner to Omari from the sideline. Omari to Luby on the left side. Into Kreiner at the left hand elbow. Out to Omari on the right side. Into Walser. Walser goes up. Fighting for that offensive rebound. Not met. Eddie Omari with an attempt at a steal. Griffins remain in possession, 32 seconds on the shot clock. Ignatius Falcons pressing the Griffins hard in a full court press. Andrew Muller pulls up from the top of the key. Three-pointer falls short of the rim. Jared Kreiner push up the left side for Ignatius, trailed by Trevor Luby. Luby receives the ball at the top of the key. Omari gets it back. Kreiner at the high post. Walser dives on the ball, unable to achieve it. Muller receives it on the left side. Timeout called by the Superior Griffins head coach. Jesus H. Christ.
No, she calls timeout.
They were on offense.
I know, but our defense is really...
That's the only time they can call a timeout, Jared. It gives us a chance to get set up. It'll ruin their momentum. We'd like to remain impartial here at St. Ignatius Broadcasting. Superior concludes their timeout. 6 minutes, 36 seconds left to play in the semifinal game. Troy Conrad takes a shot. No ball. Ignatius from Superior gets an offensive possession. Lob to Troy Conrad. Attempted a block by Trevor Luby, not met by the ball. Trevor Luby pulls up on the three-point line. Bucket is good! Game is tied at 40. Trevor Luby from the three-point line. Travel call against the Superior Griffins. Lots of energy on the St. Ignatius bench today, ladies and gentlemen. Jamie Koski working around, passes it back up to Omari. In the Kreiner at the elbow. No bucket. Superior making a run at the basket. Blocking foul called against Jared Kreiner, number 33 on St. Ignatius. Did not get his feet planted in time. Koski has hands on the ball. Thomas Walser managed to knock the ball back in bounds. After a great run at the basket, Thomas Walser unfortunately knocks the ball out of bounds. Remarkable display by Thomas Walser here today, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Omari giving Muller a run for his money. Jared Kreiner jumps on the ball. Eddie Omari picks it up. Superior makes a strike. Technical foul against the Superior bench. Technical foul. Superior Griffin bench. Ignatius will be shooting 2 free throws and getting possession on offense now. Technical foul against the Superior bench.
What did they do?
Coach was screaming at Erd, I think. I can't tell though.
The Griffins actually pushed Jared on the floor.
Wait, no, actually I think it was a timeout. No, I saw the, oh no, that's a technical foul. This is a timeout. Right. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen, it is only a timeout. Nothing as exciting as a technical foul.
I'm sure if the coach was yelling at Erd would have a bench.
Erd was screaming at the ref though.
Yeah, he was calling for him out.
No, he was like 8. Where was the 8-second call? It was definitely longer than 8 seconds. It took them longer to get it across half than that. Oh well. Great effort from both teams this game. Intensity is still running high even after 24 minutes of play. Ooh, is that a record?
Yeah, it's a record.
Yeah. What is that?
13.
Oh, just left. Back after
Damn. Superior inbounding on their defensive end. Eddie Omari D'ing up on Mulliner as he works his way up the court. Looking for a ball screen. Thomas also picks up a steal. Omari passes up to Luby. Luby slows it down, passes it back up to Koski. Omari's working the ball at the top of the key. Into Kreiner at the top of the key. Luby looking to dish it into Jamie Koski. Superior picks it off. Omari with a nice block. Foul call against the St. Ignatius Falcons. Eddie Omari's third personal foul, and the second team foul for the Falcons. Eddie Omari out for Mitchell Davidson. Superior shooting 2 free throws. First one falls to the Griffins, breaking the tie. Conrad's second free throw does not fall. Walter picking up defensive board. Kreiner's pushing it hard up the right side. To Luby on the left side from Davidson. Back up to Davidson. Over to Luby yet again. Looking to get it into Jamie Koski. Ignatius calls a timeout after a 1-point lead by the Griffins. Seriously nerve-wracking game here, guys.
We need to get it up.
It's so loud. Oh my god, I hate it. And their gym is so small too. It's just like
It's small and like that out of bound line, like the line or maybe
the wall. Yeah, it's bad.
I'm like, okay.
I hate playing there. It's my least favorite court. Superior's gym. Our gym and Pat's and Westgate's are the best. And we are back after a short timeout. Trevor Luby inbounding for the Falcons. Jared Kreiner receiving. Trevor Luby fumbles the pass. Out of bounds. Superior Griffins get an offensive possession after a fumble by the Falcons. I'd like to point out that we have broken the record for most viewers. 13. Murray pushing up the middle, Davidson guarding him fiercely. Inside to Superior. Trevor Luby blocks it! Foul call on number 50 on Superior, his third or fourth of the game. 14 viewers, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what's exciting?
4 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. Superior Griffins up 1. Pass fake by Davidson. Penetrates middle. Stripped by the Superior defense. Pushing up left side. Andrew Molnar. Omari guarding him hard. Troy Conrad trips up a bit. Manages to control himself. Pulls up at the three-point line. Air ball by Troy Conrad. Saved by Sean O'Connor. Picked up by Eddie Omari. Up to Jared Kreiner. Penetrates middle. Out to Mitchell Davidson. Shot from the three-point line. No buckets. Defensive board picked up by the Griffins. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left. Molnar trapped by Omari and Luby. Fantastic finish by Molnar. Superior takes the lead by 3 points. Look at Wall. Ignatius passes it into Thomas Walser. Picks up his own offensive rebound. Trying to put the ball back up. Ignatius gets a hand on the ball, but Superior still manages to take control of the offensive run. Omari gets hands on the ball. Timeout call by the Superior Griffins. 3-point lead by the Griffins with 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to play. Record-breaking almost 20 viewers watching this live stream right now. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Timeout is concluded. Let's see what the Falcons can do with 2 minutes, 20 seconds left after the relentless pounding by the Superior Griffins, who are inbounding on the Falcons' defensive end. Molnar inbounding for Superior. Almost a fumble by Superior. 14 seconds left on the shot clock for the Griffins. Into the center for the Griffins. Turnover by the Griffins after an 8-second offense. Omari bringing up the ball. Left to Trevor Luby. Up back to Omari. Around to Jared Kreiner. Into Walser, down to Kenyi! Strong finish by Wojciech Kenyi! 42-43, 1 point difference. He scores yet again for the Falcons. Griffins still in the lead by 1. 43-42, 1 minute 42 left in the quarter. Molnar with a jumper, 45-42 for the Griffins. Over to Trevor Luby, left corner, shot by Trevor Luby. Basket doesn't fall. Thomas Walser fighting for that rebound. Superior picks it up. Molnar fires it past Walser. Foul on the shot for Molnar. He's headed to the foul line. Minute 19 left in the fourth quarter. The referees thought that it matter had been called a timeout, but he just wanted to chat with his players. Appears like he may be taking the timeout, however. Molnar's at the free throw line waiting to shoot his 2 foul shots. First shot does not fall for Andrew Molnar. Second one finds its mark, 46 points for the Griffins. Falcons down 4. Walser receives it in the left key. Cryer with a three-pointer hits its mark. 1 point difference. Timeout called by the St. Ignatius Falcons. Falcons down by 1 in their own tournament. Semifinal game reaching a boiling intensity, ladies and gentlemen. Tensions are high. Minute and 3 seconds left to play. 1 point deficit for the Falcons. They called the timeout. You have to have possession of the ball to get hit. Oh, no, the ball just can't be in play. That's not how it works.
Reached that high of 22.
And it was all because of me.
I would say on the record.
Nobody just came like
Not because of the basketball. Yeah,
Oh, no, totally.
No.
You're here to listen to me talk. Quick timeout is over. I really need to pee.
Says that to the mic.
Full court press by the Falcons, looking to force a turnover.
Go Falcons!
Looking to trap Andrew Molnar in the corner. Molnar blocked by Luby. Superior recovers. Jared Cryer gets hands on the ball. Davidson over in the corner. And Sean O'Connor out of the three-point line. 46 seconds left in play. Molnar gets the ball tipped almost out of his hands. Falcons secure the ball. Ruby slows down the ball. 23 seconds left. 1 point lead for the Griffins. Jared Kreiner looking for a chance to score. 10 seconds left. Timeout, Falcons.
There's 7 seconds left on the clock. They want it.
Or it's drawing something up. Falcons drawing up a play to try and get a point up on the board.
Oh my god.
Huge energy on the floor right now. Anxiety in the air, ladies and gentlemen. Ignatius looking to score. 6 seconds to do it. Foul call against Andrew Mulder. Falcons get another attempt with only 3 seconds to score. Can they do it? Another timeout called by Matt Erdman. We are back. 3 seconds left of play. Falcons need to tie it up or score. Jared Ryder pulls it up. No bucket for the Falcons. The Superior Griffins are headed to the Falcon Invitational Championship round after a pulse-pounding semifinal game. 46-45 win for the Griffins. The first time the Griffins have beat the Falcons in years, ladies and gentlemen. A shining testament, ladies and gentlemen, to the intensity and willpower required to play in competitive basketball in Thunder Bay, Ontario. Great game all around, both teams. Remarkable display by the Superior Griffins. I've been your host, Caleb Blythe. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you at the next game.